Welcome to our channel. Today we how to authenticate with S3 Select and AWS IAM policies, beginner guide step by step clearly. To authenticate with S3 Select and AWS IAM policies, begin by logging into your AWS Management Console. Navigate to the S3 service from the console homepage. Locate and select the S3 bucket where your data is stored. Upload a sample file to this bucket if you haven't done so already. Next, go to the IAM service in the AWS Management Console. Click on Policies in the left sidebar. Select Create Policy to define permissions for the S3 resources. Use the Visual Editor or JSON tab to specify permissions. For S3 Select, add permissions for S3 GetObject and S3 SelectObject content. Ensure the resource ARN includes your specific bucket and objects. Review your policy and give it a name and description. Click on Create Policy to save your new policy. Now, navigate back to the IAM dashboard and click on Roles. Click on Create Role and select AWS Service as the trusted entity. Choose Lambda or another AWS service that needs access to S3. Click Next, Permissions to attach the policy you just created. Search for the policy by the name you provided and check the box next to it. Proceed through the steps, giving your role a recognizable name. Once completed, go to your AWS Lambda function or application that will use S3 Select. Add the necessary SDK or library to your project to interact with S3. Use the AWS SDK to create an S3 client in your code. When preparing your query, use the appropriate SQL-like syntax for S3 Select. Ensure that the S3 Select request includes correct parameters, such as bucket, key, and expression. Submit the request using the S3 client, and handle the response in your application. Test the integration to ensure that authentication and data fetching work as expected. Review AWS CloudTrail for any access issues if the request fails. By following these steps, you will successfully authenticate and use S3 Select with AWS IAM policies. If the page does not load, refresh the browser or try again in a private or incognito window. Make sure you are using the correct email address, then retype it carefully to avoid small typos. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more step-by-step tech guides.